Hey, Cal-Jax team. So this video is about the teacher exchange visits, and specifically this is about the second part of those exchange visits, the observation. Now, we've already talked about what will happen during the pre-observation discussions. So at this point, you will have completed that and will be moving over to the host teacher's room. Now, one of the things that we want to have happen is that during these observations, teachers who are participating in this are taking notes, they're observing, they're looking for things that looking for ideas that they can take back and start using in their own classroom. But there's a few things that we want to make sure that they understand. First of all, they're going to be coming from a wide variety of situations. We really want to encourage them as they go into that observation that they shouldn't be looking for a cookie cutter method or something that they can take right and put exactly the same way in their own classrooms. They're going to need to kind of take a look at what's going on and try to figure out how they could tweak those ideas to work in their own situation. So in order to do that, we're giving them some notes or some observation forms. It's really important that we let them know that they're not being graded, they're not being evaluated or anything like that. It's just there for them to kind of put down their ideas. Now, there is going to be a digital copy as well as a paper copy where people can choose whatever works best. We're still playing around with the format, so that might change as we get feedback from these first few waves of visits. But once again, the idea is that those forms are there to kind of help them put together their ideas for the debriefing discussion that happens after this. Now, it's really important that we remember that these observations are meant to be non-evaluative. It's kind of intimidating, honestly, because what's going to happen is you might have you're walking in with this group of teachers, and they might have iPads or clipboards or other things like that. We really need to make sure that we reassure those host teachers that we are not there critiquing them. We are just there to kind of see these things in action. And these host teachers are being very, very brave to invite people to come in. So please do whatever we can to help them feel as comfortable as possible. And just remember that we are guests in their classroom, so we really want to stay out of the way as much as possible. Now, you would have spoken with them already and kind of found out kind of the rules and other kind of however things work in their classroom. So you may be able to interact with students, you might not. It all depends on that host teacher. But for this video that we're going to show right here, this is from Nate Moore's Columbia Middle School class. And what he was doing was he was teaching a lesson on how to analyze paragraph structure. So what he had done is he's working with his students, and he had set up these different stations with QR codes. And those students were to go around to the different stations, scan those QR codes with their mobile device, and get these different examples or different pieces of a paragraph. Then they were supposed to work together to kind of put those together again. And then, working in groups, they were using Chromebooks and Google Classroom to kind of write their response. So it was great to see. And I don't know how I can really summarize this, but let's just say there was a lot going on.